So now that we have our bugs fixed that were causing crashes when we were, testing out our scoreboard and stuff like that, I want to make it to where our scoreboard you know, shows and hides on key press. So the way we're going to do this is going to be in our player controller, which is where we should have our, it's where our input should be handled anyways. So the idea being, we're going to have a dedicated mapping context that is for UI. So here we define our movement mapping context. Let's just copy this and we'll make another little section here and we'll go input we'll do a subcategory of UI. So this will be our UI mapping context. Let's go ahead and add it. So enhanced input subsystem, add mapping context, UI mapping context, and we'll just do priority again of 1. So now that we have that, we want a input action to bring up the context menu. So let's just copy one of these input actions, set the category, and let's call this one the toggle, or not toggle. Let's do the scoreboard action. So enhanced input component, bind action, scoreboard action, and we want the E triggered event. We want 2 of them. So we want started. If I can spell. Oh, it's trigger event. We want started. And we'll just call something like ASKG player controller. Let's do show scoreboard. And we're also going to duplicate and have this one for complete. So when we release the key and call it hide scoreboard. No, completed, not complete. So let's head over here and duplicate one of these and have our show scoreboard and our corresponding hide scoreboard. Let's go ahead and make our definitions. And actually, I'll leave them as 2 separate functions. If our player controller, ever grows to where it's, I guess we want to kind of keep retaining space, we can merge these into one without much of an issue, but I'm not really too overly concerned at the moment. So now they'll call the corresponding functions. So what I want to do in here is I want to make a call to the HUD because I want the HUD to be kind of what manages the UI. So we just kind of tell the HUD, hey, I want to do this. The HUD then takes care of it along with whatever widgets that are bound to it and, yada, yada, yada. So let's go to our gameplay HUD and we can more or less kind of simplify it by doing this either in Blueprint via a implementable event that we call from our player controller, or we have our own delegate that we can simply fire off whenever we want. So I think that's probably going to be the easiest way because we are going to be accessing it from outside sources, so to speak. So let's go ahead and make a new, actually we can just duplicate this one, a new delegate. And let's call it F on, let's do show, I guess on wants to show scoreboard, or I guess F on wants to show or hide scoreboard. Okay, with the name like that, we should probably separate this into 2 different ones, but we'll do a bool. This will be B wants to show. So if this is true, we want to show the scoreboard. If it's false, we, don't. So let's go ahead and add it. So on wants to show or hide scoreboard. And then from our player controller, we can go ahead and get the HUD. So was it get HUD cast to a gameplay HUD and call the on wants to show or hide scoreboard. And we want to pass in basically true or false. So broadcast true in this case. And let's copy and paste and do false in the hide. So then just make sure we include it. So UI gameplay HUD, like so. So now that we have that, we in theory should be good to go. So let's go ahead, recompile, relaunch, then set up our inputs and set up our actual HUD, the widget part to show and hide the scoreboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the input set up first. So go to core, inputs, let's go to our context and make a new input mapping context, and let's call it UI. So we can ditch all of that and save. So let's go to our input actions, make a new folder called UI. Let's make a new input action, IA underscore. Let's do show hide scoreboard. Leave everything as default, go back to our mapping context and use it. So I'm going to change the key to tab. So now that we have that, we can go to our player controller. Let's go ahead and set the UI mapping context and the show hide scoreboard action. Compile, save, and now we have that set up, hopefully. So next up, we need to do the UI portion that actually shows and hides the portion of the UI that we want. So let's go down to our core folder, UI. Let's go to gameplay, and we're actually going to do it in the scoreboard itself. So let's go to WBP scoreboard. And keep in mind, I'm just doing this on a whim. I was thinking about doing it in the HUD itself, but let's go to our construct. So make our event construct, and we want to grab our HUD. So get owning player. We want to get our HUD. Then we want to cast to our gameplay HUD. Once we have that, we want to go and do our scoreboard event like so. And we can do a custom event. We can do it as a function. It really doesn't matter. So we're just going to do create event. And I like just using events for stuff like this. Personally, I don't know why. Functions are probably cleaner and better because we can make it private, but do what you want. So create a matching event, and let's call it show or hide scoreboard. So from there, we can go ahead and set visibility. And we're going to do a select. So let's drag off this and do a select with the index being a Boolean and plug this into here. So now we can just drive what visibility based on a bool. So if wants to show as false, we want to hide it. So we're going to set it to hidden. If it is true, we want to set it as visible. So let's compile, save, and let's select the root here and search for viz. And the visibility will be, by default, hidden. And actually, we want to change it to not hit testable self and all children instead of visible. So that way there's no mouse contact, at least for now that I can think of. Actually, let's do self only. Yeah, self only. So that way, if we want to be able to potentially click on other players' names, I think we should be able to, but we'll have to come back to that. And now let's try it. Okay, so it showed by default, so I'm pressing and holding tab, I release, hold tab, release, so on and so forth. So that's working. Now our default, so that's it. Oh wait, actually, let's see, how does that work? If I set it to hidden on the size box, okay, so that does something, I guess, completely different. All right, so we'll just set this back to visible by default. And I guess in the actual widget itself, let's go to UI, WBP HUD. let's select our scoreboard. We're going to set the visibility here. So set it to hidden by default. So now when we hit play, it is no longer there. When I hold tab, it comes up, release it, goes away, so on and so forth. So now we have the logic like I want. And likewise, if I do 2 clients and press play, you can see we have our 2 and we have our 2. So everything seems to be working how we want. All right. So that's all that I wanted to do there. I just wanted that ability to show and hide, keep it very simple. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.